guys, welcome to my channel. In this video I wanted to take you with us on a walk around the beautiful area of London called Greenwich. It's located in the Zone 2 of London in the southeast. It's a very touristy area, it's always pretty crowded. It has a fabulous market, park and the village centre. So without further ado, let's start our walk. The first place I wanted to show you is definitely the Greenwich Market. The Greenwich Market is one of London's best street markets, including street vendors and various food stalls. There are also plenty of kind of permanent cafes and restaurants located in the small alleyways of the Greenwich Market. Unfortunately, right now it's actually the end of June, so it's still the pandemic here in London and the restaurants are still closed. We also arrived around 4 p.m. That's when the market was pretty much closing, but we still witnessed a couple of food stalls. It doesn't always look like this. It's usually it's usually much prettier, more cheerful, and definitely way more crowded. In the heart of Greenwich, next to the Cutty Sark DLR station, you can find this beautiful ship. It's actually called Cutty Sark, so the DLR station is named after the ship, and it's a museum. You can normally visit it once the museums will reopen, and at some point, when it was built, it was the fastest ship in the world and it reached Australia in less than 20 days, which is amazing. Another thing to see in Greenwich is this amazing tunnel that goes under the Thames. So this tunnel was built in 1899 and it's a foot tunnel. It actually connects Greenwich with the Isle of Dogs. So the Isle of Dogs is a place where Canary Wharf, or the second financial centre of London, is located. So right now we're just gonna go downstairs. There is also a lift, so don't worry, you don't need to climb the stairs, but sometimes it's just faster. So that's how the tunnel looks inside. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but it looks pretty unique, so it's definitely worth taking a look. See, you need to walk all this underwater under the Thames to reach the Isle of Dogs. And here you can see the stunning panorama of Canary Wharf. If you still have time, I definitely recommend you crossing to the Isle of Dogs under the bridge and walking a bit to Canary Wharf. Well, actually not a bit, that would probably take you about an hour, and explore the second financial centre of London. There are some really beautiful places there as well. I wanted to tell you about a fast way to get to Greenwich. If you don't want to take the tube and then the DLR, you can actually get there by ferry. So there are two stations in Greenwich. There is this one, the Cutty Sark station, but there is also a second one located close to North Greenwich. North Greenwich is about a 45-minute walk from here, but the reason I recommend you descending in North Greenwich, or maybe then even taking another ferry and going from North Greenwich back here, is because you will see a beautiful panorama of Greenwich from the Thames. It's really, really, really beautiful. And actually, if you take this ferry, you don't even need to take a touristic ferry. One of the most beautiful places to see in Greenwich is, of course, this building. So this building is the Old Royal Naval College. But few people know that actually in this place, in the 15th century, there was a royal palace called Placentia Palace. And this is a palace where a lot of monarchs like Elizabeth I and Mary I were born. However, after the Civil War in the middle of the 17th century, this palace was sort of abandoned. Later it was demolished, and on its place they built another beautiful building that was actually built by Christopher Wren, the famous English architect, and this building was dedicated to Greenwich Hospital. However, later was transferred to the Old Royal Naval College. However, after a couple of reshuffles, right now you will be able to find the Royal Maritime Museum and partially the Greenwich University in these buildings. We managed to climb to the top of the hill to the Royal Observatory, and you will find a very special place here. So this line here is not just a line, it's actually a zero meridian. So the zero meridian splits the Earth into the Western Hemisphere and the Eastern Hemisphere, and this line is just here. Normally you would be able to see it inside, but unfortunately due to the coronavirus the observatory is closed right now, so we can only see it here, but luckily we still can see it. And funnily enough, you can stay one leg in the Eastern Hemisphere and one leg in the Western Hemisphere. Once you're done with the zero meridian, you can see the beautiful panorama of London, which I mentioned before. So we are here just around the sunset time, and oh my god, the view is stunning. You can see the entire Canary Wharf from here. So it's a bit similar to the view downstairs, but from here you can also see the Greenwich University and the Old Naval College, as well as the O2 Arena in North Greenwich, and if you look to the left you will also be able to see the City of London. So this is a wonderful spot to have a picnic and enjoy the view.
Drunk, I've never seen you clearer than now. We're flying high, floating somewhere up in the clouds. We're going out of ourselves, can you feel it? Almost like I don't know if it's real, cause when we're doing our thing, we're like wheels that won't stop turning.
So this was yet another voiceover video. So I originally filmed this video in Russian and it's live on my second channel, which is called Lisa Tripsget. But unfortunately I didn't have time to record the same content in English as well. So I still hope you enjoy this video. And if you did, please subscribe to this channel and see you in the next video. Bye bye!